back, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz to the channel. We got a review of a WoT Dream. This is the tier 5 Leopard, that chunky looking German light tank, which is quite heavy for a light tank actually, which just zips around, which has a choice of 2 guns, but most of the people who will be playing it are probably going to use that 30mm autocannon, which was pretty freaking OP when it was released back in the days. Then it was nerfed because of 5.5, and it just got buffed again. Not in 6.5, in update 6.4, this tank was rebuffed. And it was a stat pattern Sealclubber's WoT Dream, and it is still a stat pattern Sealclubber's WoT Dream now. It was, well, a good dream when it was nerfed, but now I think it's more or less back in its old glory. It's bonkers. It is a tank that you can just get out, just play. Just keep playing it a bit more. It's freaking hilarious. And the reason why is this autocannon. Just look at this at range. Hello. Oh, I hit 6 of my shots at that range. It's ridiculous. And then we're going to do this. I'm platooning up with Assets Burn, one of my patrons and clanmates as well. And bye bye, type 58. Pop goes the turret. It's so stupid. I mean, it was nerfed in update 5.5 because of the fact that it had this auto burst cannon 270. That's a lot of damage. It was nerfed because it had this auto cannon. It had wicked mobility. It could just scoot around and drive around and shoot people up the air, no problem whatsoever. And it's it can still do that. And the reason they nerfed the tanks in update 5.5 was of the fact that they wanted players to be alive a bit longer in tiers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once they get to tier 5 they have to get used to the big guns, etc. But the lower tiers, alpha damage per shot was reduced. The autocannons were mostly removed from tier 1s to 4, and also the big derp houses were removed. So we're gonna miss this AMX and then turn and then boom! Get balanced. Oh god! Like I said, it's fairly heavy for a light tank, so I took all the ramming damage off of him. And this was from a platoon session I did together with Assets Burn, and there's going to be a next video after this one, next game after this one. But first I want to show you a few of the bits that were in the articles around 5.5 and around the updates, and give you my thoughts about it, and then show why the Leopard is still pretty much OP in my opinion. I'm not going to talk too much about it because that would be stupid. Everything has been there already for you to read. But if you take a look at this, I mean, this is a changes to vehicles to reduce the speed of vehicles destruction and allow newcomers to survive longer in battle. We removed howitzers and high capacity magazines for almost all tier 1 to 4 vehicles. They received a decreased rate of fire, damage per shot, while others more hit points or enhanced armor. All well and good. Then also this, please note that the changed modules of lower tier vehicles can also be for tier 5 to 7 vehicles. In such cases, the technical characteristics of vehicles except in top configuration were also changed. Well, makes sense. If you're going to change a T46 or an A20, etc., remove that high capacity gun. You can't just keep it at a tier 5 Leopard and then expect it to be balanced. So the tanks were changed a little bit because battles fought on lower tier vehicles feature mechanics that newcomers find difficult to learn. Yada yada, all that. The same goes for autocannons. They cause too much damage within a short time. So they changed the gun on the Leopard. No problem there. All well and good. But then 6.4 came. Look at this. DPM was increased by well above 300 burst damage, plus 75. Even with the APCR now, the DPM is a tad higher than with the old AP for the auto reloading gun. And it's not just that was changed. It's also the dispersion factors, and especially this one, dispersion after shot, 1.3. That's why you get those 12 rounds at range that 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 will hit. That's pretty freaking ridiculous. Because we have the Leopard over here. There it is, tier 5 Leopard. Then you scroll down, look at the gun handling. The aim time is already the best out of all the tier 5 light tanks. The dispersion, it is, well, the worst in total. But dispersion after shot, 1.3. Then you have this tank, the Crusader, gets a dispersion after shot. Where is it? Where is the gun handling? 3.5. What? Single shot gun. And yes, you have a longer possibility to aim afterwards, but it just doesn't make any sense. Because the Leopard, yes, it is a light tank, that's true, but it has this auto-loading gun right there. It can get it up to 10 degrees of gun depression, and if you can hide the hull, it's a very tiny turret, as you can see, and it will cause some troll bounces on the turret, and even on that lower plate. Look at this, getting it up to 200 if you roll up and down, and the sides as well. You can actually sort of side scrape in the tank. It's only 30 mils, but it's angled very effectively, and you have a bit of tracks over here. So yeah, should you side scrape in this tank? No, by no means. It's a hit and run tank, and currently it has everything that's needed to be a dirty, rotten, hit and run Sealclubber's wet dream type of tank. It's got everything. It has really good acceleration, it has some form of armor, it can ram pretty effectively. The spray and pray gun has got 12 rounds in total, which means indeed 300 in terms of burst damage, but if you roll high, I mean it's only 25 per shot, but if you roll high you can get it up to, I don't know, 350 maybe in total. 360 I think. I think the 30 would be like the max per shot. But it's also the fact that you pump in 12 rounds with your entire magazine into the enemy. Shoot that into the back of Russian tanks, or basically any type of tank. That means that you will do so much module damage. You will set KV-1s, KV-2s on fire constantly. And yes, you will need APCR on the back of a KV-2. I mean, those are heavy tanks, they should have some form of armor. But this tank pretty much has it all. And look at this, I'm moving down the slope, spraying and praying, and I cause 117 in terms of damage because of that low dispersion after shot factor. It is ridiculous. And our Matilda has gone towards the beach, and the team is completely spread out, and I'm just waiting here, around 1 minute to go, to see what is happening. What is the red team doing? There's a Covenanter. Right, we're gonna attack him, ignore the KV-1, yes, there we go, hello Covenanter, you can shoot me once, and I'm going to ram you and shoot you, and knock 239 off of you. I bounce a few shots on the mantle because my gun, well, the penetration is good, but it's not brilliant. And this guy is also just looking for opportunities to shoot me with a pump gun. Bounce a little bit and then move away. The B1 was buffed, so that is a formidable opponent, but let's just ignore him. Kill the Covenanter and then keep spraying and praying right through the front of this B1. And those last 3 shots, I would not have been able to put these into him if I would have had the last gun, the unbuffed gun, the nerfed gun. I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have been able to shoot 9 shots. And I don't think the Leopard really needed this buff. Sorry. And that's probably also due from the perspective of a veteran player. I think players that are new to the game really will like this buff, and Sealclubbers as well. And the reason that you could welcome this buff is because you're not very much aware of what's happening in the game yet. You don't know when to dump your load and when you should not do that. And yeah, I can understand the buff from the perspective of new players, but all in all, 9 shots that kind of made people, I don't know, think a bit more maybe? Not just run around and shoot 12 shots into unsuspecting tier 4 tanks. It feels a bit criminal to be able to do this amount of damage on a tank when you're playing in a tier that you I think should not be playing anymore. If you've done, I don't know, 20k of games, well, do play it. I mean, of course, if you want to have a bit of fun, get this tank. It is bonkers fun. It's really good. But if you really play this tier constantly to get a high win rate and then boast about it and tell other people that they are new because they've only got 40% win rate, but yeah, they've got 2.5k games and you got 20 to 30 to 40 to 50k in terms of games, then you should really take a long hard look in the mirror. Running away now from the nightmare, which is, oh, he's got a big gun, and I've got 108 hit points, and I nearly stuffed this one up, but luckily he bounces on my very armored gunman thread. And are you ready to get dizzy? Oh, no. Reload, gun, come on, reload, don't fill me! Gun, don't fill me! Yes! We tracked him. Panzerung nicht durchschlagen. Yeah, but we're behind him now. As long as I don't screw up again, I should be fine. And let's keep turning around. Time to get dizzy. Time to get dizzy. Yes, stay on his side. Yeah, there we go. 46. Just a little bit more. Bounce on that front part. Ooh. We're getting dizzy. And I was on voice tune on Discord at the time, I think, with Vlad. And he said, wait, I'm just going to exit to the gut right now. I'm going to get dizzy here. And remember, this is all played on a phone. It is recorded on a laptop, all played on a phone. Just keep running, keep driving, keep driving. Don't back up into the other nightmare, please. Thank you. Yes, into the engine deck. Yes, 100 health knocked off. Reload again. Come on, reload again. Yes, yes, through the sides. There we go. Gegnerfahrzeug ausgestalten. 1823 damage, 400 damage block, 6 kills, would have been a flat-handed kill at M7, but oh, it's a mastery, a top gunner, high caliber, and a pulse medal, and that concludes the review of the, in my opinion, pretty much broken, if not slightly OP, Leopard tier 5 light tank in the German texture line. Big bonkers fun, Sealclubber's wet dream. I'd recommend you drive it, but you will feel a little bit dirty, I guess. Cheers lads, happy tanking, catch you all on the next one.